Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another episode by Digital Titans, and this is the episode number 17. And let's get started with what's happening around on the digital marketing platforms. And let's see how dynamic this landscape is, and let's see how to get those things cracking. And let's get started. The first set of updates that I have today is from Facebook. It's about Facebook. Before I even get started on the updates about Facebook, there's something which is really interesting that I wanted to tell you guys. You may call it a coincidence. It really implies that it is directly in sync with what's happening around. Instagram had lost its founders and they had quit Facebook recently. All of us know that. What happens as soon as that happens is there is a worldwide outage on Instagram. And Instagram users have been suffering a lot by not able to logging in, and there's a down. The platform has been down for quite a few hours yesterday, and there was a lot of chaos with all the Instagrammers around. Could have been coincidence. Now think about it. As soon as that happens, what happens after that is the number of updates that I used to give you, and I know it because I've been doing it. And the number of updates as far as Instagram is concerned has drastically come down with probably 1 to none updates a day. And that is strange. Could this mean that Facebook has given up on what the platform Instagram or making it better or by updating things to this platform? Then how did we see a whole lot of updates happening on Instagram before the founders quit? So that's the story for another day. Let's get started about what's new in Facebook. Facebook has started introducing features related to bullying and abusing, and they have come up with new features where users could be protected against bullying and abusing. Now, if you happen to be an admin of a group and there is a list of comments, or if you've made a post on something and there's a lot of comments, and if you figure out that there has been some abusive comments, you could click on one of these and you could moderate these comments and you could get them deleted, or you could do anything. Now, there is a way that users who could also complain on behalf of somebody else who's being bullied or abusing or being abused. Now, that's a welcome change as far as Facebook is concerned. Another change that I have is, I don't know if you have tried the Facebook Local app, which is the name of the app is Facebook Local. You just download the app on iOS, and you see that Facebook has been trying to give users a maps first experience, which means that it's trying to push its local app in terms of giving you the ability to review about places and mention about places and things like that. The third update that I have about Facebook is, all of us know about what Facebook Marketplace is, and that's a place where you could start selling or buying of products that could happen on the Facebook platform. Now, on the Facebook Marketplace platform, there is a lot of AI power that's being pushed into this platform, where AI is going to do things like auto categorization or auto price reviews, auto price comparisons that's going to happen. Another feature that I found very interesting is, if you take a picture using your Facebook camera of a product. Now, let's say I take a picture of this lamp using my Facebook camera. What happens is, this AI-powered marketplace will start comparing will start looking at all the listings in this platform and start showing you the listings about where you could buy this particular product from. All the artificial intelligence features that I mentioned about will only happen across this platform and not on any other platform. So it will only use, for price comparison, it will use the products uploaded across the Facebook Marketplace platform, and it doesn't take any other platform into account. Looks like Facebook is taking the route of YouTube and Twitch. And if you have not observed this feature called Premiere when you post something on Facebook, you should pay attention to this. Now, Facebook has launched features like Premiere, live polls, and they have Facebook has introduced features like Premiere, fan badges, and the ability to add live polls to its Pages platform. The same things are observed in other platforms like Twitch and YouTube as well. Now, talking about Facebook Premiere, you should understand that Facebook Premiere lets you add a pre-recorded session and it lets you post as a live video on Facebook. Now, there are certain guidelines and there are certain technical specifications that you should look at, and it's not that it's just randomly available. Now, if you have the functionality to add a pre-recorded video as live using the Facebook Premiere feature, you should at least do it you should at least give a 10-minute advance for people to know that something will be premiered. And it could go up to, I think, 10 days in advance. You could announce something 10 days prior to the date it's happening. Now, these are the new features which is being rolled, and Facebook Premiere has been for pages has been launched to across all the users globally. We have noticed in my last episode that Facebook groups let you search for things, and it also let you save searches and things like that. Another feature along with that Facebook is rolling out is the ability to follow topics, like how you could do on Quora and Reddit.com. Now, this is going to give Facebook is going to give groups a completely new experience, because now you can search for things, you can have saved searches, you could search across posts, and you could also now have the ability to follow topics. They're all set up to make it much more relevant in the context of groups. The next update that I have about Facebook is Facebook will soon roll out Find Nearby Friends. Imagine having an app like a Facebook Maps, and you could start looking at your friends who are nearby. And it's I don't know if you have watched this a lot of sci-fi movies, and this happens where you see different dots, and all of these dots are your friends, and you are at a particular location, and you could know each other's location. Now, this is kind of interesting if you ask me, and it's cool, right? Privacy aside, now this is going to be something which is really interesting and sci-fi-like. LinkedIn is making a lot of changes to its interface. Slow, steady, but they are getting there. LinkedIn has introduced a feature where you could, you could give your connections, or you could recommend your connections based upon their top skill. Now, if let's say you are good at playing a guitar and you also sing good, but if you sing better than you play the guitar, I can give you a recommendation saying that I can rate you for singing as your top skill, and potential recruiters and potential people who are going to hire you will know what your primary skill is. Now, that's one thing. And the second update that I have is LinkedIn is going to make a lot of changes to its sponsored ads. Well, not a lot of changes, but some meaningful things that are going to exist, which is earlier using a mobile app, or if you're looking at LinkedIn ads on your mobile phone, if you see an ad and if it displays the first 3 to 4 lines of text, and if it says see more, if you click on that see more, it would automatically navigate you from the ad to the landing page, which is not going to happen from now. And if you say see more, it's going to give you the complete expanded view, and it gives you more chances of exploring the context even before you go click on the ad. Now, that would result in an initial spike in the CPC, or a decline in the CTR initially, but it would eventually increase the relevance and start helping you to get more conversions, in my opinion. Approximately a year ago, Reddit has introduced a video platform of their own, where they would start showing videos, and they have also introduced a TrueView ads on the Reddit platform. Now, as of this week, Reddit marks about billions of views on their video platform, which is too early to say if it is going to be a threat to something like a YouTube or a Facebook videos. But it's an astounding job. You never knew that much of video content is being consumed, and clearly video is the king, and Reddit seems to be killing it. In my last episode, I had discussed about how YouTube is making ads better by while you're watching a movie trailer on YouTube, it would also show you ads related to, or information related to, booking tickets on a particular platform, and that is more meaningful if you ask me. Now, along with that, they have also introduced 2 metrics which are called as lifted users and cost per lifted user to make you take better decisions. Lifted users, though it remains very ambiguous at this point in time, and I don't just want to by heart and tell it to you what they have mentioned in the blog. Let me be very honest, it seems very ambiguous to me at this point in time. But what lifted users, in my opinion, means, what was the impact for your users after they watched your video content? Did it lead to a brand of uplift, is what I mean. Though it is very unclear about how do they measure it and what are the parameters that they take into account, but nevertheless it is going to be out soon. Along with that, they are trying to work with a lot of authorities to come up with a more standard set of metrics which would give you more meaning than to just randomly show metrics. Twitter lets you analyze, or Twitter lets you promote your in-stream ads to a global audiences going forward. Earlier it was not there, it was only in your local set of audiences. But now you could monetize, and you could actually make much better, get a much better visibility for your video ads using the global audiences feature that you have now. So it's no longer limited to the local audiences, but it is being extended to the global audiences. Google introduces a new extension called .page, and it is going to be available on the Google registry for the time being, and they're doing a full rollout on the October 9th. Now you can start buying extensions with the .page, and things in demand, or most pages in demand are the ones like home.page, end.page, thank you.page, and now that's going to be something new, and let's see how it rolls out once it's completely out. So Twitter allows publishers to monetize on their ads globally and not locally going forward. Now if you are a publisher and if you have an ad and if you want to use it to monetize your organic video, you could start doing it globally now and not just limit yourself to the local audiences that you had at some point in time. Another interesting thing that I found about Twitter was Twitter has released a calendar with most important events or with most important dates that you could use for promoting your content better and pre-plan your content to get to leverage on the most used thing. For example, there is a World Mental Health Day that's going to be in the first or second week of October. And now Twitter has launched a calendar which mentions all these dates, which are very specific. And in case your content comes out on any of those days, you could use these to leverage to get the most possible reach for your tweets or for your posts. Link the URL of the events calendar that you could go ahead and use. It's making much changes to its Twitter Lite platform. They're introducing new features when it comes to data usage and how data restrictions would not be bothering you while browsing Twitter. The last update for the day, I have already covered that, which is Instagram has faced a global outage, and a lot of people went berserk over what is happening, and they did not understand how to put things together when this happened. But finally it's back, and people are able to access Instagram, and back to Instagram, guys. Thank you so much for staying updated, and stay safe, and stay entertained, and stay informed, and whatever you want to call it. Please do not forget to subscribe to my channel, and if you have any suggestions, if you want me to cover any specific aspect of anything in detail, I would be more than happy to do that. Until then, this is Casey signing off, and don't go anywhere. Stay tuned for the next update, episode number 17, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much.